Maas is a professor of psychology at Cornell University and the author of Power Sleep. Professor Maas, good to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt.
Welcome to today. The thing that caught my attention first about this study is a very small number of men were involved over a very short period of time. So how significant are the findings?
Well, it's like a pilot study. These things are very, very expensive to do. And you know, for a long time, we've known that sleep deprivation makes you stupid. But this is the first time that we've known that sleep deprivation really has deleterious effects on the body itself.
When you say it makes you stupid, meaning it affects your concentration and your memory and things like that.
Right. Your problem-solving abilities, your productivity, your mood. That's the first thing to go, even with modest sleep deprivation, and this is not modest.
Jim Maas from Cornell University is author of the book Power Sleep. And welcome to the bedroom, not the boardroom. We're having an interesting conversation. I feel a tad forward, Jim, doing the interview in this location. But let me ask you, first of all, why is this such a huge problem?
We don't value sleep. We think sleep is a luxury, but Katie, it's not. It's a necessity. We're a workaholic society.
Here to wake you up about sleep, Dr. James Maas.
So the next time you interview a new employee for a job, just say, how many hours of sleep? And they'll say, oh, I just need 7. This is what you're buying. Without coming to a sleep lab, be honest, let's see a show of hands. Does a heavy meal, low dose of alcohol, warm room, boring meeting, or lecture like this one ever make you drowsy? Raise your hand. Look around you. The only hands not up right now are people who are sleeping right now. These things don't cause sleepiness. They simply unmask the sleepiness that's already in your body. Do you fall asleep instantly at night? Do you need an alarm clock to wake up? You should never need an alarm clock to wake up. Do you repeatedly hit the snooze bar? Do you sleep extra hours on the weekends? Answer yes to any 2 of those questions, and you are pathologically sleep deprived, and you're going to have to do something about it. Take a look at this study out of Stanford and Columbia. People who average 6 hours of sleep, the majority of you, are 23% more likely to be obese than people who are getting adequate sleep. And look what happens when you go down to 5 and 4. The best diet there is not South Beach. It is not Atkins. It is getting in a select comfort bed and staying there. That's the way you're going to be thin. All of us have had teenagers who at one time or another do stupid things, act out. You know, what do we say to them? Don't you have a brain in your body? The answer is no, they do not. There's absolute clear-cut evidence. The sleep spindles only come in the 7th to 8th hour of the night. So if you take a golf lesson and then you sleep on it for 6.5 hours, it's gone, it's history. And you hear about athletes saying, I'm in the zone. You saw it with Florida and the NCAA, the basketball tournament. Guys almost with their eyes shut, 3-pointers, zap, zap, zap. They were in the zone because they've learned to value sleep. What happens? Why do you wake up in the middle of the night? Any caffeine after 2 in the afternoon is going to ruin REM sleep. If you have to have caffeine, don't say, oh, I take a big grande in the morning, and then I'm all set. That's terrible for your body. Just take 2 ounces every hour and maintain a levelness. You're all carrying a sleep debt. You're carrying a load. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to sneak into your bedroom, and I'm going to put a knapsack on your back. And for every hour you're up, I'm going to drop a brick into that knapsack. And after 16 hours, you are under a load. Now it takes 1 hour of sleep to get rid of every 2 hours of wake sleep debt. Every 2 hours you're up creates this tremendous need for an hour of sleep. So if you don't sleep 8 hours, you wake up the next morning, you already have bricks in your backpack before you even start the day, and soon you're going to crash. So if you're sleep deprived, start going to bed earlier, starting tonight, or as a stopgap measure, take a power nap.
Dr. Maas is recognized as one of the nation's most dynamic and sought-after corporate speakers.
My Simmons conference or whatever.
He has presented programs for scores of Fortune 500 companies and consistently receives standing ovations for highly educational and entertaining presentations with substantial takeaway value.